Hey ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Cody back with another video for you guys today. We're doing another Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. We're getting close to completing. We got 3 left. These last 3 I'm going to record and put up for you guys just to show you how I do it. Might take a couple attempts because some of these are hard. That being said, this one's passed for 300 yards with no interceptions and basically allow 300 or fewer total computer yards. Now this would be a lot harder when you're doing these challenges. I highly recommend getting the running back one, doing the running back one first, because it was tough. I didn't have a very good running back, but I had Cam Newton as my quarterback, so a lot of those you can run with the quarterback and do options and stuff. So it made it easier for me because I had Cam Newton. But then you get Adrian Peterson. I think he's an overall level 92, which is still an elite. You get an elite Peterson, which is nice. And then I went on the option block for this one, and I knew I was going to have a hard time because I didn't have any real good receivers. In my Antonio Brown, I don't know what happened to him. So I went and I bought a Jordy Nelson. I think he's overall 86 or something, and he's a beast. And it was cheap. I think it was like 17K or something like that, in coins. And then you have 2 options. You basically can go either like a screen to your Peterson, who's a pretty good catcher and you know, runner, and then or you can go to Nelson. And I love that because I didn't mean to. I don't know what that was. That was dumb. And I didn't run a run because I really need 300 yards, so I want to get. Oh, and if you get the 300 yards before like 4th quarter, if you get it in your 1st quarter or 2nd quarter, it stops it for you. So the faster you do it, the more you pass, the faster you're gonna have to do it. And as you can see, so Peterson just broke out a huge run for me. In fact, I'm gonna go out of bounds. He just did 80 yards right there, like that. Pretty much the first play. I mean, it wasn't really the first play because of the stupid first handoff, but it was the first passing play. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to here, and I'm just going to go all the way back with Peterson, and then I'm going to give if this guy doesn't catch me, even if he does catch me, to be honest with you, I'm happy with. I got some separation. I've got Jordy Nelson, who I'm going to. So now I already have 80 yards. Now I have 4 plays because I think. Let me see. Let me take a look at the challenge goals exactly. So all that can happen is I can't throw an interception. I just can't throw an interception. They can score as many points. I'm doing this strategically, to be honest with you. So normally I would toss it to Nelson because probably Peterson's probably a little bit fatigued at this point. But I just noticed that interception thing. So I'm going to go back. And I'm going to do it again. He's going to catch me. That's okay. To show you that it counts, I'm now at 128. So it does count. Now, yes, I'm at 3rd and goal, and I probably won't get a touchdown. But I just got 150 yards on my first drive. It's going to take me maybe two or 3 drives total to get this done. And the nice thing about that is there's no way they'll get 300 yards in that short amount of time. They just won't. So you pretty much, as long as you don't throw a pick, you got it. And throwing it to Jordy Nelson. Oh, see, that was almost a mistake, just throwing it right there, because he almost picked it, and if he would have picked it off, it would have been the end of my challenge. So all I got to do now is I can even let them score if I want to, because they won't get 300 yards before I will. Because they're not going to go backwards. I just screwed that up. I don't know. I hit the hit stick trying to screw up. But this shouldn't be that hard of a challenge. So see, they only have 222 yards. If I let them score, that's why I don't mind going back. Now, if it said score, if they score 7 points, it's over or whatever, 6 points or less or whatever, then I would be probably not going back as far. I'd still be going back because I have pretty much confidence and I can get, third and 30s and third and 40s. With Jordy Nelson, I would just toss it up. Sorry, I had to move my mic. But that's just how I would do it. That being... I thought I had my... That being said, yeah, if you just... now you just play a little bit of defense. And if they get a good run, let them score. I mean, if you're trying to do these quick, which most people are, you're not trying to stand on a challenge. Because you don't get more coins, I don't think, for... Yeah, I know you don't get more coins for, holding them to 0 yards or whatever. It doesn't matter. So, I mean, I held defense, but if they would have had a good pass, and they would have had one guy to beat, instead of starting the downs over, I would have just let them go. And it is good for them to get a field goal, to be honest with you. So if you can let them get in field goal range first, it's not a bad thing. But they missed. Because then you go back, you can just, when they kick it off, you can just run it to the 20 or the 10-yard line, and then you have plenty of room to run. So, I mean, it helps. I have Peta and I have Crabtree, who aren't terrible catchers, especially, if needed be. But this right here is going to be my bread and butter for this challenge because I don't want to take a chance and have it picked off. I'm already halfway done with the challenge, and I haven't even really done anything yet. And if you want, you can flip it. The side that I just flipped it to tends to be my stronger side right now, at least for against... Oh, see, that was even close. I screwed up. But if you can get... There's no reason for this to... There's just no reason. This is easy. This is easy if you do it how I did it in the sequence. You got to get a good receiver. It doesn't have to be Nelson. It can, if you have more coins, it can definitely be, somebody else. But personally, I liked Jordy because he had the coins. I know I've seen him on some gameplays where he does play very, very well. That made me nervous. I gotta stop throwing those. He does play very, very well. So, and for how cheap he was at the time, I went on Muthead. For those of you guys who don't know, Muthead's a great website. No, they don't sponsor me or anything like that. But ooh, I gotta stop doing that. Jeez, I thought I thought I held it down. Muthead's great. You can see what prices, and they're not always the closest, but they're around. I think it said Jordy was around 22, and it was cheaper, so it wasn't like I was mad. But I think that's just an average. So I don't know. Worked great. It always does for me. I didn't play much last year, but I used it last year when I did play Mutt, so it's something that I've used for a while now. And it works great. I mean, I haven't had any issues. You do want a decent quarterback for this, obviously, as well. This Cam Newton is just the gold one. It's just, I think he's overall 77. But he has a little bit of speed, which helped with the rushing one. And then you got the Adrian Peterson. And then, like I said, if he can throw a decent ball to your main receiver, if he can throw the the ball to your main receiver with no problems, you're gonna be all right. Some of them are going to take a little bit longer. There was one, I don't know what it was, a couple challenges ago. It was in my first video, I think. It was in the background, kind of the background to it, but I thought he dropped that. I was pissed. Needless to say, it took me a couple tries, and that was mainly because I was doing this thing stupidly. The other thing is to have a really good offensive line if you have one. I don't. Mine's in fact very, very terrible, but it helps. Now here, don't throw the ball away. You can see they're coming. Just run out of bounds. Don't take the chance for a fumble or anything like that. Just run out of bounds, and then now I have second and goal. I basically have 3 plays. I'm not going to bomb it down the field because they've been getting close for a pick, and I think it'll be their time to get it. That Madden luck. But just a few. I mean, even if I don't get far, it's like now I'm at 200 yards. All I need, by the end of this, all I should need is maybe 75 yards. And if I let them score real quick, I can have this done in 20 minutes total time. See, I mean, he's getting slow. But, you know, is what it is. Then they'll go on break. The defense will come out, and, you know, either I'll let them score or I won't. But it won't matter, because it'll be enough time for Adrian Peterson to get some of his stamina back. And, I mean, as you can see, I've went for over 100 yards in 2 drives. And it works. And I haven't thrown a pick. You don't have to have Adrian Peterson to do this either. If you use someone else, you can have a decent, you know, a faster person might be a little bit better. With the scheme you run, with the scheme I run, speed, I like the scheme speed. Anything where I feel like speed, I've said it once, say it again. Speed is where it's at. That's how I've always been. I always pick the speedier characters, whether it's Mario, whether it's football, whether it's anything. I'm a speed guy. So if you have a little bit faster of a running back, or maybe an acceleration, maybe not speed as much, but acceleration. See in there, if I could have pulled all 3 of them off to let him score a touchdown, I would have. Because he's only at 41 yards. Even if I screw up on my next one, as long as I don't throw a pick, because a pick ends it automatically, we'd be alright. And I don't know where my phone is. Huh. I'm going to have to find that in a minute. But, yeah, I mean, it's great. It's great. Like, see in there, I'm just going to let him get in the touchdown. Doesn't hurt me. It actually helps me. Because it's not like, now if he had to get 150 yards, I'd be going back even more. I'd be going back to like the 1 yard line. Because then he is going to stop me. And if he doesn't, I gain all those yards. Then I do an onside kick. Because it doesn't matter how many points he scores. He can be beating me the whole game. It does not matter. I'll show you what I do here. Now that he's going to actually have to kick it because he scored. I wanted to make sure I could run straight out instead of being kind of dippity here. Now I've got 95 yards to run, which should, if I pass the whole way and get a touchdown, so now I can score a touchdown. So now if I have an open path, I'm going to score the touchdown. I have a minute to do it. So I'm going to hurry up, do some hurry up offense. I've got my timeouts to work with. And I'm going to try and get in the touchdown here. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm going to try. Because I don't want to throw it far, because if it's a pick, then it's done. And it's not worth me doing that. It's not worth me trying to risk it for the biscuit right now because I'm so close. I am going to do this, though. I don't know who gets ball at half. But if I can make it, so if I can get another 18 yard or another 12 yards, which shouldn't be an issue for me, if I get the ball at half, which I'm sure I don't. But if I could get the ball at half, then it would be an easy win. Otherwise, I'll let them score, and then I'll just get I'll do it all over again real quick. And it'll be simple, and I don't have to worry about ever really taking any risk with this, because some people, or you know what, I can just end it right now. And, you know, you're going to get those. You're going to get that lucky break where, well, maybe I won't be able. Well, let's see. That might be it. So I'm going to call a timeout because, again, now I only need 16 yards. He did a big run. And if I can get those 16 yards real quick, then I don't have to even let him score or anything, and then it's just game over, and I'm saving time. So that would be really nice. Especially because it's possible. So I'm going to flip the play here. I probably make a mistake by flipping it, but we shall see here. I'm going to call my last timeout because, well, why not? I only need 7 yards. Yeah, that's all I need is 7 yards. So I'm going to try and... I'm going to do the same play because I'm averaging 7.4 yards. If I was averaging 5 yards, I'd probably still do it. But I'm averaging over 7, so of course I'm going to do it. And then... And I got it. And we don't have to worry about it anymore. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We got more videos coming for you. But as you can see, that was a real easy. Play, and it was real easy. I mean, no interceptions. I wouldn't have won the game like that. You know, that was stupid. But that's how you beat the challenges. Sometimes you want to get in and out, and that's how you do it. So thank you guys for watching, and again, hopefully, hopefully you liked it. We've got 2 left.